I am Billy Fetsky, CEO and founder of Titan Championship Wrestling and Goddesses of War. You are listening to Titan Mythology. Keep listening because you don't want to miss this.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another edition of Titan Mythology. I'm Andrew, alongside Billy.
Hello everybody.
And you can follow Titan Mythology on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Titan Mythology. And today, we welcome Waylon Kage. How you doing, man?
Good, how are you?
Doing great. Waylon, before we get started, let's throw it back to Billy for a second. There's been a venue change for this upcoming event, right?
Yeah, the venue has changed, and we are going back to Jackson, New Jersey. Jackson Fire Station, number 55. We put it out as fast as we possibly could on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. So, I mean, you know, it was an unfortunate thing with 2 days before the show, but you know what? Hashtag Titan Strong. The show's still going to happen.
Yeah, absolutely. And I can't wait because, you know, it's going to be a crazy match. I mean, matches that... You know, this is a year in the making, right? I mean, this is what people have been striving for, this show, right?
Oh, yeah. This is Mount Olympus. The inaugural heavyweight championship will be on the line. Well, actually, not even on the line, but you got to get through the Mount Olympus Rumble, which is a, Royal Rumble style match over the rope, 2 feet on the ground. And the last man standing is the heavyweight champion. So, yeah, that's 1 year in the making, brother, 1 year.
Yeah, I mean, well, how do you feel about that? I mean, they're going to be crowning a champion that night. I mean, you're no stranger to winning some hardcore championship.
No, that's one thing. I'm not a stranger to that at all. And it's just a shame. I'm hoping there's enough in the tank for me to get out there and take that heavyweight strap from each one of those guys.
Sure. You know, and it's crazy because, you know, we're not done yet. I mean, the Mount Olympus match is going to be pretty crazy. You're going to crown the first ever TCW heavyweight champion. I mean, Billy, we talked about this last time. You're not just handing out championships. I mean, you could have done that the first show, but you've been building towards something here. And it's pretty amazing to see it all finally come to fruition. And it's a beautiful championship belt, by the way. You know, I know you guys are pretty big fans of this guy here. You know, Nikos Rikos is going to be. Hello? Guys, you know, there's a crazy amount of matches on this show. I can't wait to spectate and see some of them. I know you guys are looking forward to some of these matches too. But the first one I want to talk to you guys about is the Dilf Boy Dalton versus Anthony Bennett. I mean, this guy here a couple weeks ago, I mean, really made a statement, Dalton, right?
He made a statement with the Foundation of Wrestling, which is a standalone faction.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's Dalton, Kurt Bell, Landscaper, and Jake Curcio.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's, it's crazy to see what they're going to do. I mean, Dalton really did make a statement, and which was, I believe, it was created at Valentine's Go to War, right?
Yeah.
It was, and they've been at war with Anthony Bennett ever since. So, let's see.
I think it's just Lance now. I don't think it's Landscaper. He's a completely different demon, if you may say that. I've seen just Lance, and just Lance isn't Landscaper.
Wow, all right. Duly corrected.
Yeah. Let me ask you this, because, well, you know, you keep your eye out on some of these opponents. Who do you have in that match? Are you looking at Dalton? You know, this guy has some momentum, or Anthony Bennett, who's just always a, phenomenal wrestler?
Oh, Anthony Bennett all the way for me. I mean, Anthony Bennett, coming from the Cruiserweight Classic, I mean, he's ready. He's fine-tuned. I mean, it would take a whole lot. It would probably take that whole faction just to take out Anthony Bennett. So I'm going to go with Bennett.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd have to be complete opposite on that one, just because Dalton's hungry. Dalton hasn't been there. He's just like Lance. The foundation, I believe, they're going to be a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you might want to find somebody, find some alliance there, because those guys are just running roughshod everywhere they go. But Waylon, it wasn't that long ago that you had a showcase match against Merrick at Last Breath. I mean, how was it getting in the ring out there?
It was an awesome experience. That was Merrick had a nice little win streak on me, and I had to make sure that win streak went away before my match this Saturday. I wanted to make sure there's no blemishes on the record. Everybody's evened up now, and it's time for me just to take over TCW by myself.
Sure. I mean, you must be pretty excited when TCW sends you out, because, they're sending out the best of the best to some of these other promotions, right?
Absolutely. Right. Where else do you want to see me?
Yeah, absolutely. And it's pretty crazy about this show because the Goddesses will be in action. There's going to be a triple threat match I saw, and I mean Christina Marie, of course, the champion Vicious Vicky, and Gabby Ortiz. I mean, this has been brewing for a while.
Yeah, I mean, this is 3 goddesses. For example, Christina Marie. I mean, look at the warrior Christina Marie is in a cage match. The very first Goddesses of War cage match with Holiday. And I mean, you were there, Andrew. They went to war. And, she still has a lot of momentum, especially going over on Layla Hirsch at Goddesses Hollow Ground. So she's got really good momentum. Vicious Vicky's very hungry. I mean, she's the Goddesses champion. This is actually her first title defense, so really curious to see how she's going to do on that first title defense. Yeah. And Gabby Ortiz, has wrestled all over the place. I mean, that's professional 100. So, I mean, 3 goddesses in that ring, each one of them could honestly be champion. So let's see,
Yeah, absolutely. Waylon, I want to harp it back to one of your last matches that you had against Violence. You were in the steel cage with him. What was going through your mind when you jumped off that steel cage?
I was asked this question one other time, and I think that's one of those things where it's like it's do or die. It's either time to shine or it's over. You know what I mean? Standing up there was definitely one of those sights that I'd like to be able to explain, but you just can't quite explain the feeling you get standing up there. Yeah, especially with a crowd like that, like a legit crowd.
Yeah, it was pretty remarkable. I know I was stunned. People around me were stunned. We're like, "Oh, did you catch that on film?" And it went so fast. I mean, I couldn't even grab my phone. It was, but it was so impressive watching that. I know that was just nuts. And it's funny, that's where you guys are going to be back again. Can't stress this enough. There was a venue change, but now it's been corrected, and the show is still going to go on.
Absolutely. No better place to be.
Yeah, of course, in Jackson, New Jersey at the Firehouse 55 station. It's pretty crazy to see that some of these guys, like Alpha's going to be there. Alpha Jr., Casey Navarro, KTB. I mean, this match is getting pretty stacked, right?
Yeah. The Mount Olympus Rumble is pretty stacked. I mean, General Manager SP Anderson has been putting out promos after promos. I mean, you got Ricky Recon, you got Emmanuel Blaze Haram, you have KTB, the middle-aged
Titan Killer. Don't forget Titan Killer.
Oh, Titan Killer, that's right. Titan Killer. That's because you're all a trust fund buddies.
Oh, it's just you guys overlook talent.
To do what? The guy's the size of a wall. And he's coming in at the last entrance. Do you really think he's going to take it?
So how can you forget him?
I didn't forget him. Steve Mack.
How could he be a guy to forget?
How about Steve Mack? How about Johnny Moran?
Yeah, I mean,
How about Anthony
Johnny Moran's going to have his hands full.
So there's a lot of guys in this, a lot of athletes in this Mount Olympus Rumble.
yeah.
But it's just a shame you're not going to have enough in your tank to make it.
You've thought that before.
Still thinking that now. You got your hands full there, buddy.
Yeah. Well, talk about having your handful.
Always, you only remember your prized children. That's the only ones you guys remember for some reason.
Hey, we're the best for business.
I wish I was just given opportunities.
Well, you're gonna have the opportunity against Vincenzo. I mean, Vincenzo is an accomplished superstar here at TCW. Are you ready for that?
How could he not be ready? I mean, listen, he's crying about opportunities. Look at the opportunities he's got. He's
and look
doing
at the
a scaffold
opportunities.
match. Oh, come on, it's not like you right. But look at the opportunities.
Look at the opportunities that I grabbed by the throat and overcame since I've been here.
Oh, what? Because there's no more iron fist on your back, right?
That's right. There's no iron fist in my back. Nothing but trust on money.
There you go.
Wow. I can't wait to see that match. I know you guys have had a history in other places, but I can't wait to see what happens when you guys get in the ring here at TCW. And I know the fans are looking forward to it as well. Another matchup.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it because I know for a fact, and I've got my faith, I'll be honest with you, I think Chenzo's ready for this one. And after the several matches I've seen out of Chenzo, you've got your hands full, buddy.
Andrew, do you feel like there's an elephant in the room?
No, I don't.
I feel like there's something going on here that I'm missing.
There's nothing going on here, but I just see the element. You know what? You did a phenomenal job in that cage match. You were victorious, and you are the hardcore champion. However, the one with the experience going into that match in hardcore is Chenzo. So you've got your hands full.
I hope that's not all he's going off of. I hope experience isn't his only factor that is going to make him be the next hardcore champion. You think that's really the key to winning this match?
Well, what's the key? You tell me what the key is.
The key is he's one to know on me. And I've been told 1,000 times that it can't be done. But Saturday, I really, really hope experience isn't what Chenzo's going off of.
Soon to be told on Saturday, right? We're going to see.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And it's been crazy because, you've had a transformation that, you've been doing so many different things. Well, I mean, you were a singles wrestler, you tag team wrestlers. Now I feel like there's a, you.
And he says experience.
Uh-huh.
Andrew, we laugh at guys like this. Me and you, we sit back and laugh at guys like Billy. These are cards he plays.
You were a dancing asshole as a tag team. What are you talking about?
And don't forget the singles run I had was with another asshole.
Hey, well.
Can I tell you?
Yeah.
So, Andrew, you're right. I'm coming completely in this match. Experience.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I mean, you're going to have to really come prepared for Vincenzo because he can bring anything. And plus, I know it's going to be high tensions. That you both guys want to walk out with a win, and this is the last show of the year, so I know everyone's really want to make a shining example here.
Tensions are high. I'm not gonna deny it.
Andrew, I think you need a bigger role with TCW because obviously you can spot talent. Obviously, I think it's time for maybe you to be a trust fund guy.
Well, yeah, that's something that I don't want to be on the wrong side of anybody, so I'm going to say neutral.
Oh, when you're on my side, you're not on the wrong side. You know that.
All right. Yeah. Yeah, something maybe I like the possibility of it. But another matchup that people are going to be really looking forward to is Matt McIntosh versus Nikos Ricos. I'll start with you, Will. And who are you eyeing up in this match?
I was surprised by this match. I did not see this coming. Two guys that I definitely keep an eye on. I'd have to go with Nikos on that one. I feel like he's a guy that has, just like me, he's had that iron fist on his back, and since he's been in TCW, he has owned TCW. His division is unstoppable, but Nikos Ricos is stopping them in their tracks.
Billy, before I get to you, let me ask you this. Is Steve Lugo going to be there?
Steve Lugo is going to be there. It was against my better judgment. S.P. Anderson had made the call.
Prize child.
Excuse me?
Prize child.
Prize child.
Lugo?
Yep.
I don't even want Lugo there.
But he's there.
Well, because of the mutual, I guess, the respect I was giving after his big match with Homicide, which naturally he didn't prevail. So I thought I was rid of Lugo. However, GM has the power to put him in a match, and just as much as I do. So he made the call. I mean, I could override it, but I'm not going to. So I mean, if S.P. Anderson feels that's the right way to do it, the right thing to do, okay.
So what you're saying is S.P. Anderson is booking losers that were sent home after they lost.
Everybody's got their opinion. Opinion is like assholes, and you are one, so we'll work with it.
Yeah. The only reason why I asked, because, it wasn't that long ago that, Steve Lugo, I mean, you threatened to call the cops on him after he, assaulted Nikos Ricos, so, yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Well, at the end of the day, he got his ass handed to him by Homicide.
Yeah, I mean...
really, how much more... what am I going to do, go?
Yeah.
It is what it is. He doesn't have a contract here.
Yeah, I concur. He lost that opportunity to have a contract with you guys, but hey, nonetheless, he's getting another shot, right? To make another shot there at the TCW. So we'll see what happens, right?
Yeah.
It's really crazy to me that this match is taking place, because I think this match, you could walk out with the standalone championship wrestling championship, because Elliot Baratz versus Sean Donovan, and this is just a crazy matchup. Who do you guys have in this one?
Well, I'm TCW all the way. We had it was actually in Jackson, it was Donovan versus Moran. So the multiple times that Titan has went after that standalone championship, multiple times we have not prevailed. This is the last show of the year. I believe we are going to at this time. We put Elia Baratz in there. And, look at the size of Elia Baratz. You know what I'm saying? I'm not taking anything away from Sean Donovan. Sean Donovan should be on TV.
Yeah.
I've been saying that for a long time. I don't even want to see this guy in the Indies. I want to see him on TV. But just as much as I want to see Sean Donovan, the same as I want to see Elia Baratz. So, to us, this is an impactful match. Chad's got his eye on it. I have my eyes on it. We'll see what comes out of it. I'm sure Chad's got his worries about it. But, as much as we love and we respect, and, we love and respect Chad and Standalone Wrestling, and thank him for all, the things that they've done for Titan, I think it's time we take the championship.
Yeah, you would have bragging rights on Chad for forever if you took his championship. and it's crazy.
All he's doing is bragging that he's constantly beating my guys. So, it's,
sure.
It works.
Yeah, and, it's crazy because you're not sending out some scrubs. You're sending some high-class talent against Sean Donovan in these last past shows. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. I can't wait to see who wins. Waylon, do you have a preference on that match? Or do you even want to challenge Sean Donovan?
I think Sean Donovan has that one.
Of course you would.
No, I'm not trying to take anything away from anybody.
Of course you would.
But Sean Donovan is a standalone wrestling champion. Look at the history of that belt. There is no doubt that he didn't earn that belt. So to take that belt from that man is going to be a hell of a job.
You're right. You know what I'm saying? Look at Sean Donovan. Just went through Brian Cage and Ace Austin. Again, he belongs on TV. He doesn't belong in Indies.
He's a professional wrestler.
Yeah, I mean, I can't wait to see that one. I mean, Sean Donovan always stirs up the crowd for sure. You know, another matchup that's pretty interesting tag team match. I mean, you got Primal Fear versus BX Strong. I mean, Too Good. I mean, this is going to be pretty exciting matchup for the tag team division.
The match that never happened. That was supposed to be on the Rise of the Titans back in March. If you recall, we had the very first Goddesses show, which was on a Friday, and Rise of the Titans on Saturday. But then, you know, the lockdown happened. We had to move those shows to July. Oh, June, I'm sorry. Well, no, that was July, yeah. So, Rise of the Titans went to July, and Primal Fear was available, but BX Strong wasn't. So, you know, we had the opportunity to make this match happen. We jumped on it, and here we are.
Yeah, and you know, I'm looking at these two teams, and you know, I think they match up so well, and I'm really excited to see that match. What about you, Waylon?
Obviously, like Billy mentioned earlier, I was a tag team specialist. So when it comes down to it, I'm going to have to go with Primal Fear.
Tag team specialist. Oh. What was the specialist? Frankie Love?
Hey. Let's leave Frankie out of this one.
Well, you've had a couple of tag team matches, so...
BX Strong. I mean, the IWA champion. Intense Wrestling Alliance's tag team champion. Let me tell you something. I've watched them multiple times, and they're no joke. Cuzzo, Ace Andrews, no joke. But then you got Primal Fear. And Primal Fear's been real hungry, especially after all those battles with the division.
Yeah.
So, curious to see how this one pans out.
Yeah, absolutely. You're going to want to be there this Saturday, of course, in Jackson, New Jersey. Can't stress that enough. I mean, it's a really exciting card. Also, we're not done there. There's a spotlight match with OPW. Can you talk about that one for us here?
Spotlight match for OPW. Jeffrey Kane, man. This was another... he was supposed to do this on his show, this match. Unfortunately, pandemic happened. He had to postpone his show on point. And Jeffrey Kane, I know since we've met, always been a great relationship. He's just a stellar guy. Of course, mutual respect. And you know, he hit me up saying, "Give me an opportunity to put one of my matches on your show." Absolutely. I mean, of course, we were putting it on, and he gave us his best, and we're happy to have him.
Sure, absolutely, and I can't wait to see that because you got, you know, this is a pretty exciting card. I mean, the last couple shows, if you missed them, you're really missing out on here on Titan Championship Wrestling. You're also missing out on Goddesses if you haven't been there. I mean, probably the best two shows I've been to ever. I mean, I really enjoyed myself. I know people around me who've also had a great time. Plus, you know, it's crazy. All the people that you're bringing in, I mean, look at all the cool things that have been happening. I mean, AEW, you see Casey Navarro, you've seen KTV. If anybody's a big WWE fan, they've seen Alpha Jr. in the past. So it's pretty wild, all the stuff you've been able to do. And it all culminates here on November 14th in Jackson, New Jersey. And I'm really excited for you, Billy. This is going to be pretty big.
Thank you. I mean, the year end, what better way to end the year?
That's me beating Vinny Tenza. I agree 100%.
Hold on, I got to put my boots on because shit's getting deep.
Oh, my God.
Hey.
But, again, Titan strong. You know, since the return of Titan after, not even after the pandemic, I mean, Jesus was still in it. But we returned back in June, starting off from the drive-in brawl. I think we are on our 9th since we returned back in June. That's 9 shows between Titan and Goddesses that we have put on.
Yeah.
To end the year on a great note, I mean, this will be our 11th since January, you know, because we had the 2 shows pre-pandemic. So, you we're super excited. We're tired. There's no denying that. It's been a heck of a run, and just like everything, ups and downs. And you know what? We're proud of everything that we did, and we love and appreciate. You have no idea the fans, the supporters, the amount of podcasts, companies that are, like Standalone and IWA, OPW, Gimmick Tree, LTW. They were a part of us, in the beginning, and we're just appreciative of everybody. And, we hope for their success just as much as for our success. And, it's the end of the year with a big question mark of what's going on for next year. It's difficult. It really is. Because we don't know what's going to go on for next year. We don't know if we're going to be back in buildings. We don't know if we're going to have to wait it out this spring. We're thankful to have Mobfy TV. That we have, our content on. That we're able to continue to put our content on. We're blessed for a lot of things. I just hate not knowing the future.
Sure.
But one thing I can guarantee is Titan ain't going nowhere. We're not stopping. There's no brakes. I mean, we've got to hit the e-brake now because, we're not going to run in 30-degree or 20-degree weather outside, nonetheless. But you can bet your ass we'll be back in the spring. It's even sooner if we can get back into the buildings because, trust me, we still have our buildings.
Yeah, and it's really exciting to see what the future holds. Right now we all understand, it's all up in the air, but like you said, there's no off break here at TCW, and if this is what you gave us year one, I'm excited for year two, and I know Waylon's excited. Right now I'm sure you guys seem a little divided where you stand, but I think you guys can agree on the future here of TCW is very bright and very exciting. For sure.
Absolutely. The key is right now is to get back into buildings where everybody can be comfortable. Where we can get back to normal the way it was. You were there a lot, Andrew. You knew how everybody. It was a show. It was legit.
Yeah, and and it all starts when people start filing in and there's full seats, and of course you do a great job. Charlie does a great job setting up the venue, making it look absolutely gorgeous. And on top of that, you got to perform in the ring. And every match I've seen from Titan Championship Wrestling or Goddesses have delivered so many great moments. And I'm really excited, even though we're hitting the pause button right now, but I'm excited for the future. And I'm waiting to see what you guys have for us. And I know it's going to be big and bright.
Every great moment and every great memory that we've had over this year has been a complete team effort. And I'm talking from the team of, production, from producing, to the senior referees, to the phenomenal agents that we have, to the knowledge that's put into it, to the ring crews, to the, guys like Mittens, even Zubin, and the ring crew and the people that Jay Babich, I'm trying to just remember everybody. John Marzano, yes, 100%. John Marzano was a pro there for a lot of setups and breakdowns. The senior referees, the professional referees that we have, Savino, Nick Shin, John P., the agents, the general manager, FP, the agents, Magic, Mac, Tommy the Moose, Chris Banks, Goddess agent. So this is a real team effort. And that's all I wanted for Titan and Goddesses to be, was a team effort. Not just one person saying, I carry my company on my shoulders. That's not what you do. I don't No, I have a full team to do that. And collectively over the this out to be 11 shows, I still have that same team. That's pretty wild, man. It really is. The commentary, Jesus Christ. David Adams, Ryan Peterson, Rissa Pappas, Marlon Dinkins, Rob Williams. Rob Williams is getting into it. And without them, we wouldn't be where we are. Danny Walsh for filming.
Mm-hmm.
Kim Falzarano for photography. Mike Gooch with his photography. Frankie Kurtz with the promo pictures. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. Who have been there for Titan Championship Wrestling and Goddesses and
other companies. I mean, Gimmick Tree, Standalone Pro Wrestling After Dark, OPW, UWA. Everybody's working together, which is a big hand in this wrestling stuff.
Now we go with the podcast here, WIQ 101. Again, thankful for you, Andrew Pace, Titan Mythology. Right? We're so thankful for that. Bob Culture, 2300 podcast, the Deathmatch Wrestling podcast, the J&J podcast. So many, that we were happy to be a part of. And, silly lives like, JMZ Live and Zubin Live and, Joe Hale, which is great. They help. I mean, it has been a huge thing, and we're so blessed. We're blessed to have families like the Falzarano.
Ocean Gate EMS.
The Ocean Gate EMS, who's giving us a home.
Ocean Gate PD.
Yeah.
What a big hand. Every show, they're a big hand.
Ocean Gate EMS, Ocean Gate PD, I thank you for mentioning them. Chucky Ireland. I made a lot of great friends as far as fans is concerned. I wish I could mention them all. But, if they're listening, I just want you to know we, the Titan Championship Wrestling, appreciate every single one of you.
Yeah, and it's crazy because I look back at, Barnegat, New Jersey with Monsoon and how crazy it was that, a lot of people were doubting that, right? And here we are today, and everybody's had to work for something. Every championship, every match, everything that they've gotten, and the fans have really benefited from everything that you've done. And I can't wait to see how crazy 2021 is going to be. And it's awesome to see that you guys are appreciative of all the hard work, and it shows. It really does show. And
we were so appreciative. Myself, Charlie, Monsoon, Charlie, and Tony, AG. We're super appreciative. Really are. I mean, hell, not taking anything away from Richie, Donna, Amber, Andrea. There's just so many people in the team, man. It just, as great as it is, as anticipated that it is, that we're coming to our last show of the year. Kind of heartbreaking in a way too. I want the break, of course. It gives us the time to regroup, and yes, next year is gonna be wild. I mean, if you think we have ideas now, forget it. But next year, again, we're heartbroken. We're heartbroken that everything's a question. It's a question mark.
Yeah.
But just like the fans never gave up on us, we ain't giving up on them. And, we're just gonna keep trucking. And speaking of which, wow, I almost want to smack myself in the head. But a very big part of Goddesses that made Goddesses really what it was is Damage 365 is NAFTA. Horatio's always on top of everything as well. That Damage 365 team is phenomenal, and we're thankful and blessed to have him here. You know, we've got friends and team of ICW, no holds barred. You know, one of the best deathmatch, in my opinion, one of the best deathmatch wrestling companies out here. I mean, they are doing big things. Danny's a great guy, man. Really great guy. So, again, blessed to have that friendship as well. You know?
What they're doing is, you could say the top around now. They're probably right now, I'd say, number one worldwide in deathmatch wrestling, period.
Yeah, I mean, you can see some of the people they bring in, some of the matches they've had. I mean, just leaves you like stunned. I mean, I just remember, like, it wasn't that long ago, Dan Moffat came back, right? I mean, how crazy is that?
Yeah.
And I'll tell you this.
God, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, but yeah, I'll tell you this. Dan Moff inside a cage with no ropes and is just as scary, maybe even more than him in the ring. I mean, that's a scary dude. But you put him in anywhere, I'm running.
Yeah, without a doubt. Especially you look in the eyes of that man, he's on a mission.
Yeah, and he gets better.
I'm also thankful for the professionals that we have here, you know, and these professionals, a lot of them came from the Wrestle Pro school. You know, quality professional wrestlers, the Monster Factory Pro. I mean, again, quality and professional. You know, so we're blessed with that as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I just think, you know, you sit back and reflect, and that's what I'm kind of like doing now.
Mm-hmm.
I really haven't had the chance, honestly, God, to reflect, and I'm appreciative of this time to do that. But so many bad things in professional wrestling, but so many good things to top that.
Sure.
You know?
Yeah, absolutely. You see a lot of guys getting, even still with everything that's going on, you're seeing a lot of guys that you know, a lot of guys that you've seen getting really good opportunities. Yeah. For a year that's been so crazy and so wild, you're still getting opportunities. I mean, really, what else can you ask for?
No, you can't. I mean, KTB, Casey Navarro, Stephen Gipke, you know, so many more that really got that big opportunities, and I'm like super ecstatic. You know, the next in lines will definitely get it. You know.
Yeah.
So, you know, I want to say this, and I've said this. You know, congratulations on Tremont on his retirement. That's a great person.
Yeah.
Tremont H2O. I mean, that's another great school. So, you know, we don't want to forget about them. You know, he's put his body on the line for years. He deserves it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. You know, I can't wait to see what happens, guys. I know the people listening are very excited. Let's start with Waylon. Waylon, where can people get you on social media if they want to keep in touch with you?
I have the Facebook page is Waylon Kage. Go on there, give that a like. You got a lot of good trash talking on there for old Billy and SP. And I have the Twitter. I'm going to send you the thing for the Twitter. I just got it going, so I'll send you some info on that.
All right, cool. And Billy, of course, can you just recap how people can get tickets to this Saturday night and where they can get Titan Championship Wrestling online?
For tickets this Saturday night, you can go on our Facebook, click the link to get tickets. That brings you right over to Ticket Leap. Otherwise, you can go to ticketleap.com, put in Titan Championship Wrestling, and then the Titan Championship Wrestling site will come up with the tickets. You can find us on Facebook at Titan Championship Wrestling. You can find us on Twitter at Titan Champ 1. You can find us on Instagram at Titan Championship Wrestling.
Absolutely. And, you know, guys, thank you so much. And I had a blast talking with you guys. We're optimistic and hopeful for, the brightest of futures for you guys, and individually and as a company. And this has been Titan Mythology Wrestling. You can look us up on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and we'll see you guys really soon. Thank you. Andrew, one more thing. Yeah. Please follow Standalone Wrestling. Please follow Pro Wrestling After Dark. Please follow IWA, Gimmickry, Asylum Pro Wrestling, UWA Elite Pro Wrestling, LTW Pro Wrestling,
On Point Wrestling, H2O. Follow WrestlePro, of course. Follow them. So please.
Image 365 promotion.
Yeah, Image 365. WIQ 101. Please follow all these companies. You'll be blessed.
Yeah, absolutely. And for us, this has been Titan Mythology, guys. We'll see you guys very soon.